Hey guys, welcome to another video. Now today, obviously, I'm back on the creek. We're fishing for Australian bass with lures. I've got the kayak. We'll do a bit on foot. We'll drag the kayak up some rapids, see what we can find. Now I did pop out for a fish last week. I tried to film. I only caught one fish, but it was a really quality fish. So oh, yep. Oh, it's a big one. Oh, it's a horse. Stay on, bro. Oh, that is a beast. Oh, that might be a 50. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is a huge big bass. Oh my God. I got a bit excited there. It's about 45. 45. Big Hunter Valley bass. How good was that? It scared the shit. 45er. A bit excited on that size there for a second. He's just a heavy set, healthy fish. But yeah, 45 centimeters. It whacked hard, went hard on that first run, pulled the rod in the water. That was a really good fight. I was really happy to catch that. But besides that, it was a really quiet session, so I didn't turn that into a full vlog. But today, yeah, we're out in the sticks. We're doing what we've been doing. My bass videos generally don't do too well on YouTube, but I don't really care. I love being out here. I love chasing bass. So if you are enjoying the videos, make sure you let me know, like, share it and that, and we can hopefully get some more bass fishing subscribers and following the channel, because I feel like I'll be doing a lot of that over the next couple of months probably. So this is what I start out by throwing. As you probably know, if you've watched a few of my videos before, I do love these chatterbaits at the moment. This is another one from Jackall, Break Blade. It's got written on there. I can't remember what it said on the packet, but it says Break Blade on the front of the lure there. And of course that twin tail Z-Man goat as the trailer. It's been doing really well for me so far this season. So yeah, it's just really a confidence lure at the moment. And yeah, enjoy the video. I'll throw in a few tips of what I've been learning so far. I've been fishing for bass probably the last like 3 seasons. This is probably the most serious and consistent I've been chasing them. And yeah, I feel like I've learned a few things, so I'm happy to pass them on. I'll try and answer some things without being too precise about exact locations. It's not all about that. I'm fishing a completely different river today than what I've done in my last couple of videos. And that's the fun of bass fishing. I really enjoy going out, finding a new spot, exploring it, and seeing what fish are in that section of river. Rarely will I go to a spot and fish it back to back to back or anything like that. Half the fun of bass fishing is just getting out in the bush, exploring. You never know what's around the next bend, and the wildlife you see. You can run into all kinds of things. Water dragons, red belly black snakes are pretty common out here. We found a deer on my last trip with a few of my mates, and echidna, kangaroos, wallabies, all that kind of thing. So it really is a great style of fishing, and that's why I enjoy it so much. But anyway, enough of me chatting. Let's get on the water, put these lures in front of some bass. So it is the middle of the day, so I've picked a particular creek that has a lot of shadows over the water. It's really thick bush all through this creek. That's how we can fish a lot of those shadows, because the bass does have some big pupils on him, and they are pretty sensitive to light, so they don't like being out in the sunlight too much. So you will find them hiding in the shade in the middle of the day. And if you are going to fish the middle of the day, I like to pick a spot like this where there's a lot of tree cover. Yeah! Right under that log. Ooh, he's decent too. There we go, nice bass. Not a bad bass. He's probably about that mid-30s. So solid bass. Just from under that log over there in the shadows. There's that chatter. Absolutely deadly on these bass. Let's get him back. Yeah, there's another one on there. Oh, he's trying to go back hard. Oh, he was pinning it straight back into the log. And I think this one's a little bit bigger. Maybe. He certainly went hard back for that log. Yeah, that's a good fish. That is a solid fish. Alright, I'm a fair way away from my kayak, so we won't be able to get a measure on him. So what we can do is, we'll mark on the rod, so that's about in line there. And he's up to that bottom of the jaw. He's up to that R there. Alright, so we'll go get a measure back on that, but let's just get him up. That is a really nice bass for today. I reckon he's going to be 40. Alright, let's get him back. Look at that. Beautiful bass. He's got to be 40 or a little bit more, I reckon. Alright, I've pulled 2 fish off this snag now. Why not go for a third, eh? If you noticed, I've had a couple of casts there that just fell short, like just in the shade, just at the start of the shade where the shade meets the sun, and I didn't catch like that. I didn't catch off that. It wasn't until I got it another meter into that shade, I reckon. That's where I hooked. Getting a bit closer. I just let it sink down. As soon as I started on my wind, that's when it hit it. But we have caught 2 fish off there now, so they might be a bit, if there is any more, they might be a bit spooked in there. But like that. A bit deeper in that shade. Oh, I'll have to go back. I'm about 200 meters up ahead of my kayak at the moment. We hit some rapids, and usually when I hit some rapids, I like to just walk up ahead and keep fishing. But we're at a section now where I'll probably need the kayak to keep going. And when I do get my kayak, I'm going to go and cast in the other side of this log, because there's plenty more shade, a lot of structure around those tree roots. There could very well be a few more in there. Let's just try and get a slightly different angle on this. One more cast. That was a good one. Yep. Oh, another solid one. Pull him out of those snags. Oh, I just said last cast, now I'm going to have to have another one. Oh no, not as big as the last one. He went hard though. Actually, that's the smallest out of the 3. There's some good colours on him. Nice, he went really hard for a fish of his size. Alright, see you, buddy. So I've just gone and got my kayak. I've got my little tape measure here. So I'm interested to see how big that one was. So there you go, he was just about at the start of that R there. And that's measuring out to about 43 centimetres. So it is approximate comparing it to your rod and then measuring your rod. But yeah, definitely over 40, solid fish for the creek. This is what it's all about too. Like I've travelled over a kilometre, maybe 2 upstream. And there's a lot of good snags and stuff all through the way up, and I fished them and I just didn't get anything. And it just takes, sometimes you just got to keep going, keep pushing that little bit further. Fish those waters that maybe no one's fished in a long time, and it can just change a session. Like if I turned around and went back, I just would have been a donut. But it only takes to find one little area like this. We've got 3 fish on the board. Yep. Oh, going hard back into his snag. Oh, it's only a little one. Over the tree, buddy. Oh, he's not that little. He'll be over 30. Look at all those tree roots, man. They're big. they'd be extending down, right down into the water, and that's quite deep. There you go, decent little bass. Yeah, over 30, probably around that 32. They're fighting hard, these fish today. What's that, number 4? Alright, we've peppered this area. But yeah, there's definitely a lesson there. Like, fished around 2 kilometers of river without a single touch, and then you just come across one little zone, one little snag. Across one little zone, one snag. And it can just change the day like that. I've actually been running 15-pound mono leader instead of fluorocarbon. The reason I do that is if I want to change over to top water, mono actually floats and your lure swims a lot better. If you're using fluorocarbon, it can drag it down a little bit, especially in that first part of your retrieve where your line's a little bit slack and the lure will start swimming with a little bit of a half slack, and that fluorocarbon will pull it down a bit and it just won't swim properly. If I want to change over to top water, the mono is going to do a better job at that. And obviously today, even when you're fishing subsurface, they don't seem to mind. They probably don't even really see it at all. I fished last weekend. I fished with the 15-pound mono, and I fished subsurface pretty much the whole time. And I caught 3 bass, and the 2 other guys, I was with 2 of my mates, they were using fluorocarbon and they caught 1 bass between them. So yeah, I would definitely wouldn't say that mono is better than fluorocarbon, but it can be more practical. If you are going to switch over to top water and you don't want to be retying leaders out here in the bush and cutting into your fishing time, then yeah, mono's been working great for me. So, but yeah, that'll have to do for me today. I've dropped the kids at school, driven an hour out into the Hunter Valley, started my trek upstream. Yeah, it's like 12:30, so I'll have to turn around and start heading back so I can pick up the kids from school. But yeah, that was the only snag we caught fish on. So if you enjoyed the video and you found it useful, you learned something, or you just enjoyed watching the bass fishing, please let me know, comment, like, subscribe, share it and everything. Help me grow the channel and find some more bass fishers watching. It's only going to get better as we get into summer. We'll start doing a lot more top water fishing, really exciting. So yeah, otherwise I will see you on the next one. Cheers guys.